This is Josiah Plays, Bound by Flame. So, I've still got my Pillars of Eternity playthrough going, and I still have one DLC left of Shadow of Mordor that I'm going to play through. And Child of Light's also still ongoing, and I'm planning to start the Shadowrun Chronicles Boston Lockdown when it launches in like 5 days. So, really, I shouldn't be starting some other new game. I don't know if this will be a series or if this is just going to be like one or a few one-shot videos of this game and then I won't play it anymore. I don't know. What I know is I had a friend tell me about this game and he said it was really cool and he really liked it, even though it had gotten bad reviews and hardly anybody knew about it or whatever. So I looked into it and it really sort of intrigued me. So I got this game and I played a little bit of it. I mean, just a very little bit, like the first hour or so, to see if I thought it even seemed good at all. And actually, I thought it was really fun. So I really kind of wanted to play it. It's a nice change of pace. It's an action RPG. It's from a French developer called Spiders. They've done games like Of Orcs and Men and a few not very well-known games in North America, but they're not quite an indie developer, but they're a smaller sort of developer. I would say their games are kind of mid-budget. They're not AAA games, but they're not like really low-budget indie games either. They're kind of in between. So it's a European game, and it's also not super high budget, so it's not quite going to be on par with, like, The Witcher or, you know, Dragon Age or something like that. But I think it still seems pretty interesting and fun, and I want to check it out and start playing through part of it and, you know, decide if I really like it or not. If I don't really like it that much, you know, then I won't bother to do a full playthrough of it. If I do like it, then I will. I'll just squeeze it in with the other stuff. But anyway, I wanted to do some of it now anyway, even if it just ends up being one or two videos. So, I'm starting a new game. So I played through the beginning, just like the prologue of this thing, a couple of times on the different difficulty settings to see, because I heard it's a really hard game, and it is pretty challenging, actually. The combat's pretty unforgiving. So I tried it on the really hard difficulty, and it was, like, pretty brutal. It was kicking my ass. And I tried it on the easiest difficulty setting, and that was too easy. A little bit too easy. So I'm gonna play on the medium. There's 4 difficulties, and they have weird names, but basically they amount to easy, normal, hard, and super hard. Just like in a lot of games, like Pillars of Eternity. So I'm gonna play on the one that is the equivalent of normal. The kind of average default difficulty, which seems like it's about the right for me. Not too crazy hard, but not super easy either. So, here we go. Start a new game. So, in this game, the premise is that you play this character who's a mercenary who is possessed by a demon. That's why it's called Bound by Flame, because your character is supposed to be possessed by some kind of fire demon. And that's what the game's about, or whatever. So that's about as much as I know about the plot line. Your character, you can name them anything you want, but their nickname, I guess, in the game is Vulcan. So the other characters will call you Vulcan, even if your character has another name. You know, kind of like how in, like, Mass Effect, they just call you Shepard no matter what, or, you know, they call you just Hawk in Dragon Age 2 no matter what name you give. So that way they can have something they call you in the voice acting, you know what I mean? So I'm going to play a female character because you can, and I'm all about getting some female protagonists in there. And I think I'm going to go with, let's see, there's not a huge ton of, you know, of options for customization. There's only 5 faces. Each one has its own preset skin color. I like this one, and there's only a few hairstyles, and each one has its own preset. Actually, they're all pretty much the same color, basically. But yeah, so I'm gonna go with this one, with the shaved on the side. I think that's pretty cool. So that's what my character's gonna look like. I'm gonna stick with the same name that I'm using for my actually, I don't know, that name doesn't really fit this character as much, because you're a mercenary and also your character's kind of like the demolitions expert for your team or whatever, like the powder master they call it. So I don't know if Seraphina is really the name I want to use. No, I'll go ahead and use it. I don't care. Just like my character in Pillars of Eternity. I'm sticking with that name. She looks a little bit like my character in Pillars of Eternity, so... and that's it. I'm gonna start the game now. I'm gonna start the game. Actually, let me just check on my volume situation. I've got everything maxed out on every graphic setting maxed out, and it runs with good frames per second for me like that, so that's nice. The game seems well optimized. Okay, yeah, my volume's how I wanted it. Wait. Yeah, it's good. Alright, here we go. Jumping in. Bound by Flame. So yeah, here's the difficulty modes, right? Recruit, Hawk, Buffalo, and Captain. Hawk is the default. This is the, quote, normal. I tried it on Captain, and it was crazy hard. I lowered it to Buffalo, and it was still pretty darn hard. I tried it on Recruit, and it was too easy. So Hawk, I think, is the perfect difficulty, really. I saw some reviews for this game where everybody was complaining that the game was too hard, and all the reviewers were saying, just play it on Recruit, because it's too hard otherwise. But Recruit seemed too easy to me, so... You know, reviewers are always complaining that everything's hard. I
never forget the strange series of events that led to my meeting young Vulcan. The peoples of the world had been fearfully whispering about the Ice Lords for the past 10 years.
The Ice Lords.
So, of course, they had been present long before then.
Ice Lords.
The Deadwalker army, an endless horde of undead creatures under the Ice Lord's command, swept down from the mountains in the north, annihilating all resistance on the continent.
The Deadwalkers.
Each battle only served to swell their ranks with the defeated dead, and the bloodless world seemed ready to sink into an endless ice age, where there would be no place for the living.
Endless Ice Age sounds bad.
Still tried to stand against the invaders. The elves, who had hitherto remained neutral, and the red scribes, a small group of scholars who believed their knowledge might be able to tip the scales. The scribes had recently engaged the services of a group of mercenaries known as the Freeborn Blades, a renowned company who would become even more so after these events. The Blades were to protect them while they performed a ritual which was intended to change the course of the war.
Okay. Reborn Blades. The group we're part of. We gotta protect us some red scribes. So when the end of the world is coming via, like, a giant army of undead ice people, what I want is some scribes. That's who I turn to. Walking along, nice looking sky. My sword over my back.
Great scouts. You can smell them from 50 yards away. Here we go. And the captain wanted me to stay and set up camp. I didn't join the Freeborn Blades to stack pots and dig latrines.
She ain't here to dig latrines, yo. Uh-oh, your sword's caught. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a cutscene. Unskippable cutscene.
But he knows that. He knows his thing. And he knows his powder master just hates hanging around.
Powder master, so she's in charge of the explosives.
Now that's what I call being useful.
We don't actually get to fight this guy. We just have to watch her do
I honestly
it.
believe we stay out of this damn war till the end. Well, looks like the end just showed up. The Ice Lords have really done it this time. All of Vestiel is on the brink. Nothing is going to stop the Deadwalkers.
The Deadwalkers.
Soon there won't be a town left to fall back to. Or even a tavern where you can spend your pay.
Winter is coming, apparently.
There's no one left to turn back this filthy, stinking tide. Even if it were possible.
I think she got him.
Let's hope our beloved employers can deliver on their promises. Their famous ritual thing doesn't pan out. We're gonna be left standing here with our asses in our hands.
With our asses in our hands. I don't know what that means.
Bunch of chatty priests playing sorcerer's apprentice against 7 immortal mages? Sounds great.
7 immortal
Anyhow,
mages.
you have to fight fire with fire. So they say.
Foreshadowing.
Damn it. They're already here. I better warn the others. Fast.
Okay. Finally, after like 18 minutes of intro cutscenes, I get to control my character. So, I'm running along. Taking a look around. There's no first-person view available. It's just third-person. And I can just run at my normal pace, or I can sprint like this. I can pull out my sword and start wheeling it around anytime I want. If I press the right button, she does this little move. If I hold it down, she does like an even fancier flurry of spacebar. I hold that down to block. Right mouse button to do the attacks. I can also do this like knee thing, or just like a kick with the Q button, like to break somebody's guard or something if they're blocking. Anyway, that's the things I can do right now. She gets more abilities and different types of weapons and later on. Plus magic and all that. Raw metal. You found ingredients that will come in handy for upgrading your pieces of equipment or making consumable items. I liked the way the equipment upgrading and crafting things seemed to be in this game. It looked like it was actually pretty cool. Like upgrading your gear. I like the way it was set up. So I'm cruising along. I want to make sure I don't... This is the map of where I am. I'm just kind of coming up along here. It shows you what your different quests are, like where they are on the map. And you've got your quests here. The Service of the Red Scribes. Meet up with the captain in front of the temple. That's my one quest. Then side quests appear here. I don't have any. Similar to the bestiary in Pillars of Eternity or other games, but much less detailed. You learn a little bit of stuff about creatures that you fight. Skeletons. These fragile creatures are cannon fodder for the Ice Lords. The Ice Lords. They often attack in great numbers. Zone traps or attacks are an excellent way to finish them off. Hobblers are basically like zombies as far as I can tell. The Limpers form the main body of the Deadwalkers. This is another one of those things like Walking Dead where they'll use every sort of term possible, but they will not use the word zombie for some reason. Their attacks vary according to the weapons they are equipped with. Even though most of them are fairly weak, some, especially in Black Frost's army, have been enchanted and can prove much more dangerous. And then this is about characters that we've learned. So this is me, Vulcan, even though my character's name is Seraphina. Under the pseudonym of Vulcan, you enlisted in the renowned mercenary company, the Freeborn Blades, becoming their powder master. Since you joined the company, you have left your past behind you, and now, if ever you happen to talk of your childhood, it is always mere invention. Determined, hot-headed, and a multi-skilled fighter, you are also good enough with explosives to avoid blowing yourself up. So, explosives expert. Vulcan, of course, was the Roman name for the Greek god Hephaestus, who was like the smith and sort of fire related god of the Greeks. He was also the husband of Aphrodite. So that's that's the origin of the name Vulcan. The Freeborn Blades are a mercenary company renowned throughout Vertiel, I guess that's the name of the world, or at least the continent or something, I don't know, for their fearsome effectiveness and the fact that they always respect their contracts to the letter. Today, they are probably the only mercenary company still active, the others having vanished one after the other in the terrible war that ravaged Vertiel. Their reputation and survival is probably due to their captain, a rather exceptional person, as well as to his lieutenants, including you. The captain. The captain commands the Freeborn Blades with an iron fist, while nonetheless taking a relatively paternal attitude towards his troops. Legend has it that he has never been defeated in combat, which you can only confirm after the pounding you took in the combat to enter the company. He takes his role seriously, and contracts are always honored to the letter. The reputation of the Blades obviously owes much to him. We'll read the other ones as they become more relevant. So anyway, you got the diary stuff with your quests and your, other lore information that pops up. You got your map that'll show different things. And this is the status screen. So there it shows your character and what you're currently equipped with, and that will all update based on what you're wearing. Your basic stats of, different stuff. And then, it breaks everything down really in a lot of detail. Like, each of your different sort of attacks, like what all the stats are for it. And all this stuff changes based on your gear and your, what, skills you, or talents or whatever you get. And your magic skills and all this stuff. So, it really breaks down a great deal of information for it if you want it. And then we have the feats thing. So these you buy every time you level up, you get a point to put into these feats. And they're all different things that you can get, like extra critical with daggers, or reduce cost of fire spells, or plus experience earned, or chance of recycling. That's like a salvaging stuff from your gear. Anyway, each one has a requirement of thing you have to do before you can get it, and then you also have to spend the points. So you get those every time you level up, you get a point. And when you level up, you get skill points, which you put into these different trees. Right now, the only one available is the warrior tree, but the other two trees will open up soon. And, each one of these boxes has 3 levels worth of stuff, and they give you different advantages and abilities. And so you can spec out your character how you want. Then the consumable items you can use will appear here as you make them. And then there's all these different components that you find. And each one you have an amount of them. But you can also craft them. You can craft anything here. So let's say I want heart dust. It requires 4 bones, 4 leather, and 4 tainted blood to make one. Tainted leather requires leather and heart dust, or whatever. So you can craft your own stuff anytime you want. And some of the base level stuff, like raw metal, only costs gold. And bones cost gold. And leather. So if you don't have enough of those base materials, you can just make it. But you get these materials off of practically everything you kill. Plus you find them around in chests and little nodes and stuff like you already saw. So then that's how you get all your stuff to make things. And you can make things, once you discover recipes for things, you can make traps and crossbow bolts and potions and all kinds of stuff. And then quest items. And then this is your actual equipment. And I like the way this is. So the default sword doesn't have any slots for adjustment, but you notice you go to the sword and it automatically zooms in on the sword level. So you can see it really nice and detailed, the sword itself. Then as soon as you go to your daggers, you see it zooms in, it shows the daggers. And then the crossbow. And then you hit the chest armor and it goes right to the level of your chest armor, so you can check that out. Your gloves, boots, and helm. Of course she has no helm, but You get a nice close-in view of her face. But like, so most of these things don't have, but like, for example, this is the breastplate. You see how it has these 3 slots here? So then what you can do, this is really neat. I like the way that you do this. You can upgrade each different like part of the armor with different things, and you see it like actually visibly puts these different shoulders on there. So you don't get shoulder pads as a drop. You add shoulders to a chest armor. And there's different ones, you know, that you can add on, and it gives you different stats onto it, and they require certain materials. And same thing with these things that are like your tassets, which, you know, cover your upper legs or whatever. Then you can put a little thing on your belt here that gives you little stats. And as you get better weapons and armor, they'll have a longer list of recipes of better upgrades that you can put on them. And you'll get weapons that have all different stuff. So like, you know, for the gauntlets, you can put elbow pads on that go, you know. And for the boots, you can put, you know, different knee pads on. So by the time you upgrade all this stuff, you know, instead of standing there like this, you've got, you know, you're a lot more armored, because your thighs and your knees and your shoulders, your elbows and your shoulders and everything will have armor as you've upgraded the other things. And then like you know, this default daggers and sword that you start with, they're not upgradable, but when you actually find some, it'll have slots just like the other things do, and you can add different hilts, different pommels and stuff onto them that have a visual appearance, as well as giving the items different stats. So, and all this stuff uses the same pool of these different ingredients that you can find and make and combine yourself. So it seems like a pretty robust, interesting crafting system with a lot of customization, both visually as well as stat-wise. And I just like the way it's laid out and the way it's set up. It seems pretty cool to me. And then you can get these, you know, feats that affect that, you know, like your chance of getting ingredients. It takes fewer ingredients to make other ingredients. It takes fewer ingredients to make potions, you know, and so forth. And like these here, like greater chance of finding items on enemies. You can get these things and like take more advantage of the whole system. Anyway, just from the little bit that I played around with it, I kind of really enjoyed the way the crafting and item upgrading thing worked. Yeah, I just found some leather. I don't know why there was just a little blob of leather laying here by the path, but you know, what can you do?
Enjoy your stroll. Get over here and tell me about it.
There's the captain. Quest objectives are recorded in the journal. Press K to display them. Now it says talk to the captain. Like the light up there. Some weird ruined temple. Alright, Captain.
By the looks of you, I'm guessing it wasn't just a quiet stroll. So, what did you see?
The Deadwalkers are already close. I got one of their scouts.
God damn it, Vulcan! I've told you 100 times. Recon means observing and reporting, not charging in and fighting without thinking.
I didn't want to alert all of the others before we were ready for
Nothing
them.
I could do, Captain. It was an unskippable cutscene.
Then you wouldn't have been able to alert us before they were ready to attack us. Think for a second. God's blood. We have to get ready for them. Now that you've finally got your arse back over here, you can prepare some traps. Get Peeler to help you place them around the temple. That'll give us some time, and we'll hear them coming.
Yes, sir, Captain.
And if you have questions, you know where to find me.
Okay, gotta make some traps. I'm good at making traps. So like if you look in here now, oh no, I still can't make traps yet, but once I get the ingredients I'll be able to. I'm gonna talk to the captain a little bit more. Now this is a legit RPG. It actually gives you quite a bit of dialogue options as you talk to people. And you can, you know, make decisions and stuff narratively. And apparently the decisions you make have like big effects on the plot and what happens and stuff in this game. So that sounds pretty cool. Map of your location can always be accessed using Z in the game menu. You can also use F to display the quick map and find out where you're at without having to pause the action. Oh yeah, so I can bring up the main map, but I can also toggle this mini map. See, I can put it here in the center of my screen like this. I can get rid of it completely, or I can put it down there like that, just by, you know, toggling through the F key. Let's talk to the captain some more, though. Actually, before I do anything else, let me get a first save game going, because I haven't got a save yet.
The way you're standing there looking like a kid waiting for sweeties tells me you have a question. Oh, come on then. Out with it.
Everything's fully voiced. Once you pick an option, the character voices, you know. So I don't have to read any dialogue in this game.
There's something creepy about our employers.
I shouldn't have to remind you of the Freeborn Blades Code. You don't ask questions about a paying customer. And of course they're strange. It doesn't take a genius to figure out they're more than just wise men seeking knowledge. But so far, the only thing that's bothering me is their insistence on performing the ritual in this god's forsaken temple.
I guess this is the only place they could do it. Or maybe they just don't want to die without company. The whole thing stinks of mass suicide to me.
Ah, give it a rest, lad. Damn. I probably should have got them to pay in advance.
Yeah, these people seem kind of dodgy. Our, quote, employers.
This isn't the best place to get trapped by the Deadwalkers. Do we have an escape plan?
If you imagine I led us all the way up to this mountaintop without first planning an escape route, lassie, you've a long way to go to being a captain. It's true that early, but
this ain't his first rodeo.
We have to hold this position until the dozy bastards are done with their chanting. What comes after that is my concern until I tell you.
I don't know what a dozy bastard is, but sounds like it's not a compliment. We'll give them a good beating, it'll keep us warm.
I was only asking, sir. I guess we could just hold our noses and chop our way out right through them.
Don't count on it. If the Deadwalkers are already here, it means Bastion has fallen. It's just away to the west, and that means we get stuffed by a whole siege battalion. There'll be hobblers, specters, spewers, maybe even a juggernaut if the gods have decided to stick it all the way in.
The gods have decided to stick it all the way in.
Or the Ice Lords.
The Ice Lords. A juggernaut, huh? Do they really exist?
So, do juggernauts really exist? I've never seen one.
Well, I have. And I'd rather not have to see another. I worked in Amorkine for a couple of years. A huge fortress with walls as high as 10 men. Those things tore the place down with their bare hands. There were 2 of them, maybe 3. The fortress fell in a single night.
The juggernauts sound bad. Is there anything else I can do?
Anything else I can do? Apart from waiting for the hobblers to come knocking on the temple doors?
You could go and search the area. Nobody's coming back to collect what they left here. Or you could go and check inside. See if our adorable employers need a hand. Or a neck rub.
Okay, I'm going. Search around for loot? That I can do for sure.
I'll go, Captain.
Alright, so I'll just start looking around here. You can't jump in this game. You can sprint. I mean, in a way you can jump in that you can do this. Wait, can I not do it? Oh, I have to have my sword drawn to do that. And I can't sprint while I have my weapon out or in combat. Okay. Oh yeah. And if I hit tab, I bring up this. radio menu where I can have all kinds of powers or consumable items, and I can hotkey them. And then orders is because you get a companion in this game too, and there's several different ones to choose from, and they have their own personalities and their own, you know, everything, just like in any sort of legit RPG that has companions. You can tell them like what you want them to do, but you don't directly control them. Here's Hawk. Let's see here. So we learned about the captain. What's the deal with Hawk? He's the regular scout for the Freeborn Blades. Despite his skill, his boasting and love of trophies has often gotten him into difficult situations. The captain frequently has to dress him down to ensure he accomplishes his missions. So Hawk's kind of a troublemaker.
Hey, Vulcan. Can't talk to you right now.
But why not? You're just standing there.
Hey, Vulcan. Can't talk to you right now.
Fine, Hawk. Fine. I'll remember this, Hawk. I'll remember this. I thought we were cool. Nice helmet, bro. Hey now. Free stuff. Found some leather. I don't know why all these bits of leather are just sitting around. So here's a bunch of these red scribes, and look at them. They just look creepy. They're just sitting here all like being weird. I don't know if they're praying, meditating, or just, I don't know, contemplating what we're going to taste like when they cook us. It's hard to tell with these people. Pretty intense helmet. Oh, what's this? I love the way you open chests and barrels in this too. You never bend down and just open them. You always like just kick them open. Found a gemstone. Gold.
3 months without a chance to spend my pay. I'm sick of this goddamn war.
Is that right? Alright, I just received a shitload of materials. So that's what I need to make the exploding traps. So see, now I have exploding trap listed here. So I can always craft them now. So basically I just go in here, I need to make 10 of them. Shows me how much it's going to cost. I have the stuff, so boom. And it's that simple. Now I have them.
That should do it. I'll give all these to Peeler. He'll figure it out.
And now, like, I can have the traps. Wait. Maybe not just yet. Not until I give them to him.
Dead.
What?
I heard those red scribes can go for days without eating. Seems they live on books. Me, I prefer food.
He prefers food to books. Well, as far as eating goes, that's probably pretty good priorities there. Okay. Here's Buffalo and Peeler. What do we know about these gentlemen? Buffalo is the sergeant and one of the legendary members of the Freeborn Blades. Rumor has it that death wants nothing of him. He has fought in many particularly bloody battles and has always come through, almost miraculously. He is a coarse but honest man and scrupulously obeys his captain's orders. His Herculean strength is another of his advantages. What's up, Buffalo?
Everything okay, Buffalo?
Yeah. I wish those goddamn mobile corpses would just attack. I hate all this hanging around.
They say you can't be killed.
They say you can't be killed. Is that true?
Sometimes you're so gullible it's almost charming. That's just a story they tell to new recruits.
Maybe. You've been in the Blades a hell of a long time, and you're still in one piece.
That doesn't mean anything. Sure, I've been lucky. I can handle myself, and I guess I'm smart enough to know when to fall back. So, sure, I ain't bought it yet, but my turn will come.
He looks pretty strong. Aren't you afraid of the Deadwalkers? Deadwalker.
You don't seem too upset that the Deadwalkers are coming for us.
Deadwalker.
It's not the first time we've faced the Deadwalkers. And considering what's going on, we knew that one day, sooner or later, we'd have to deal with their main force. It's not like there are a lot of us to stand against them. I just hope we can put up a good fight before they kill us.
Great, so we're planning to die. That's awesome. What do you think of the scribes?
What do you think of our employers?
You know very well it's not up to us to decide. But I think they're a bunch of scrotums.
What?
They're convinced they can win this war with a few books. And while they're busy doing their stupid research, we have to watch their asses. But that's the job. It's not like we had any choice.
They're a bunch of scrotums, he said. I've never heard anybody refer to people as scrotums before. Like, hey, you're a bunch of scrotums. Wow, it's amazing. Why did the scribes want to come here?
Do you have any clue why the scribes wanted to gather here?
I don't know. At least we can be sure of one thing. It wasn't for the beautiful scenery. I heard them mumbling about an invoking chamber. That's what they came here to find. I guess it must be important to them.
See you later.
Invoking chamber, okay. The scenery seems pretty cool. I mean, place isn't bad.
Everything okay, Buffalo?
Yeah, I wish those goddamn mobile...
See you later.
Okay, so... what about these weird-ass scribes? The Red Scribes are an ancient order of scholars and healers. First, their main mission was to gather and protect all sources of knowledge, yet the war led them to extend their role. They are now among the last attempting to rise against the Ice Lords. And their knowledge led them to devise a ritual that could well reverse the course of the war. That sounds hopeful. And who's Peeler? Peeler's a greenhorn, newly arrived in the company. So this is the red shirt. His role is often thankless. He is eager to earn his stripes and move on to more important tasks. Alas, he has an annoying tendency to take things a bit too lightly, too often stumbling into dangerous situations as a result. Okay. Intern. What's up, noob?
Hey, Peeler, give me a hand, will you? We've got to prepare the area before it gets overwhelmed with walking corpses. We need a little something to welcome our Deadwalker friends.
Deadwalkers.
Booby trap all the access points. And try not to blow yourself up.
Don't sweat it, I can handle it.
He blows himself
I'm
up in
not
5.
kidding. If you lose an arm, I'm the one who will get shit about it.
Yeah, Peeler. Don't fuck up, Peeler. Alright, so now... here, see, I have my traps on my... and I can keybind these to anything I want. I'm going to put them on 0. Because I have... even though it made me make 10 traps, but then I actually only gave 3 of them to Peeler because I have 7 left. And I still have a few materials here. You know, it shows me how many I have of each thing. Like, if I wanted to make another trap, I can't because I don't have enough refined metal and raw metal. But, like, in theory, I could make some. I could create a couple refined metal out of the raw metal I have, right? And then I could be like, I need more raw metal, and I could, well, I don't have much gold here, but... you know, pretty soon I'd have enough and I could make more traps. Another thing I like is when you lay down the traps, you can pick them back up.
Guess I better lay these traps a little more strategically.
Oh, she won't just lay it down a trap anywhere the hell I want right now. Okay. What doesn't matter. I'm gonna go inside before I lay down any traps. Because he said go ahead and search the area for usable stuff, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm inside the temple. Pretty cool looking. There's like a big dragon statue there. Hey there, Theobald. The Bald.
What the hell are you doing here? Did you lose something?
In a way, I conducted research on this temple before coming, and I learned that an ancient artifact was kept here.
You don't really look like you're ready to go back to the temple to find it.
It's just that I don't really feel like poking around on my own here. I was hoping that an object like that would be easy to find, but I can't see it anywhere. It's a round gray stone the size of a fist, and it gives off heat.
Great. Now what's this stone for?
I have no idea. I have a description of it, but nothing about what it's used for. But if I could examine it, I'm sure I could find out what its powers are.
Look, I'm gonna continue my rounds. Try not to get in our way too much while you're doing your research. You'd be a lot safer back with the others.
During your rounds, do you think maybe you could try to find the sphere? Please, I'll pay you for it.
You better. Listen, we've got a few things on our minds right now, like keeping your asses safe from the Deadwalkers, for example. But if I come across the stone, I'll bring it back for you.
Alright, so that's another little side quest we just got. Just another old artifact. He's like, I don't know what this thing is, but I know I want it. Now Thibault shows up in my characters. Thibault is a young red scribe who apparently loves old relics. What about the Frozen Shadows? Frozen Shadows is the name that the free people of Vertiel have given the forces of the Ice Lords. The Ice Lords. Even though it isn't really a nation and there is much dissension among them, Blackstorm, Crystal, Marshal Winters, the White Lady, Black Frost, the Chiller, and the Ice Duchess, and their troops, the dreaded Deadwalkers, together are called the Frozen Shadows. Frozen Shadow. Alas, most of the lands of Vertiel have now fallen to this empire. Yeah, so they're no bueno.
The catalyst is in place. Everything seems to be going as we planned.
That sounds weirdly ominous. I don't trust these red scribes.
Well, did you find it?
No.
There are too many stones around here. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Shame.
Now you see, it shows me where to go for each of my quests. To do number 1, I have to leave here, because that's the door that goes back out to the Esplanade. The Esplanade. The latest Cadillac. Is it like an Escalade? Kinda. I can't really explain the difference between an Esplanade and an Escalade, but trust me, it's a thing. And that shows that this leads to the Invoking Chamber. But see, this shows right here on my map where to go for this, which, you know, makes it kind of easy to find a thing like this, because the map literally shows you where to go. Hey, hidden stuff. Kind of hidden. Hidden-ish. So I'll just run in here and look for stuff I can take. 50 gold, hello. Oh, what's that? It looks kind of like a sphere. There we go, I found it already. Ancient artifact. That was incredibly easy. And like I have it right now, it's actually literally in my quest item thing. You discovered this strange gray sphere in the temple on top of the world, following the description of Thibault the scribe.
These lords of the Frozen Shadows are in for a nasty surprise.
Frozen Shadow.
Well, did you find it?
I think so. Would this happen to be your magic sphere?
Yes. That has to be it. The throbbing when you hold it in your hand? The heat? Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Here, like I promised.
Okay, thanks.
Ah, he gave me some gold, hard dust. I've got a health potion now, too. So I've got that mapped to 1. Well, now I have it mapped to 1. And you see it shows up now in the bottom lower left there. My first 4 quick slots. And I think now that I have a health potion, I can craft them now, yeah. So if I want to make my own health potions, I can, but each one takes 12 tainted blood. Tainted blood, oh, tainted blood. This is quite a big dragon statue here. Some refined metal. Who's this guy? Apparently he's nobody. Thing here. Place is pretty ruined. That's the way I just came up.
The ritual has begun. Nothing must disturb them. We are in haste.
Okay, this must be the invoking chamber.
Do not enter. The scribes must concentrate.
What are you doing here on your own?
You get thrown out of the party or something? What are you doing here on your own? Why aren't you with the others?
I am here in order to prevent mercenaries who talk too much from disturbing the concentration of my peers.
Yeah, right.
Your peers, huh? What are your ears doing?
What are your peers doing?
I'm afraid that my explanations would exceed your ability to comprehend, mercenary. That being the case, I would appreciate it if you would move off. They need silence in order to concentrate.
That dude just said I was dumb. Fine. I'll just leave then.
I'll be going now.
I'll remember this though, nameless scribe guy. Just because you talk shit to me, watch me kick open this chest like a badass. Boom! Yeah. But she didn't even know there was gold, gemstone, and a health potion in there. You know why you didn't know? Because you don't kick shit open like a badass. What's up, scribe? Got nothing, huh? Raw metal. Feeling it. I think this place looks pretty cool. Nothing. Boom. Oh, now I just found some stuff. Upgrading equipment. You can upgrade every piece of gear you own in the equipment menu. Be sure to keep the components that could be useful to you. So, got some better daggers and a better sword. So you see, as soon as I do this, it shows me the visual difference. But you notice this new sword does not have like a crossguard or a pommel of any kind. That's because you get to make those yourself. So like, you know, see these different guards I can make. And you see all of them have a different visual design. And each of them modify the stats of the weapon in different ways. It adds extra damage, interrupt, resistance, crit chance, whatever. And you just make them out of the same materials as everything else. And then you can put a pommel on it, and there's different pommels that, you know, modify in different ways too. Now I'm not going to use this sword. What I want to do is actually recycle it. So when I recycle, it's going to destroy the item, and then I have a chance of getting, and as far as I can tell, it seems to be that chance is rolled for each one of these things. So basically, it's going to roll 4 times for leather, and each time there's a 60% chance that I'll get it. So in theory, I could get up to 646 or 000 in theory if I was super unlucky. And then there's a, you know, there are feats here that improve those chances by quite a bit. But you have to recycle a certain amount of things before you can get that improved chance to do it. So I'm not really going to use this sword because it's very slow. And because I can recycle it. You can't recycle your default sword or default daggers because those are not, they're not really a real item. They're just there so that you can never actually be without weapon. So I'm gonna try recycling this and see what I get. It did pretty good. I got 3 refined metal. That's the most valuable ingredient there, and 3 and 3. And that so by recycling gear you're not going to use, you get the materials you need to upgrade your other stuff. Now these daggers I am going to use because they're glorious. And let's see. Put some barbarian guards on there. Those look pretty nice. Adds extra damage. And those are the pommels I want. But I don't have bones yet. So my options are these. I can either wait until I get some bones off of a creature, or I can just make some bones out of gold. I don't know how the fuck that works, but in theory, very solid bones. If I wanted to, I could make a couple bones right now by spending 48 out of my 97 gold. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to wait and see if I can get some bones dropped. But those are really good daggers compared to what I had. Because you notice they do, you know, 1 more damage is all, but go from 4% crit chance to 6, 4 interrupt to 6, and 30 stealth damage to 40. So those are pretty rad. They also look kind of awesome. Of course, I'm not actually allowed to use the daggers yet because the game has to like decide to tell me about how to use the daggers at a certain time.
Looking for stuff to loot, eh?
That's exactly what I'm doing, yeah. How'd you know? Do I look like a looty type of person? Looking for more stuff that might be squirreled away in here. Hey now. More health potions, that's always nice. More gold. Sweet. There's plenty of stuff to find around here if you actually take the time to look for it. Or leather. So much leather laying around in this place. See now, just by looking around in here, I've already got 6 health potions. Okay. All ass out of here. I'm pretty sure I found everything. Now I'll go back out to the Esplanade by Cadillac. And
the captain said we stay here and wait. I'm not complaining.
Character looks cool in the firelight. Like, what's up? I'm a badass. Okay. Fully dressed, mind you. Okay, so it wants me to set some traps in these very defined locations. So I've got these bound to 0, so I just walk up here, hit 0. And now the traps are down, so if any enemy wanders into the area of that trap, they're gonna get blown up. It's basically like a mine. Quick save is actually quick in this game. Uh-oh, something's happening. What? Oh shit. Where'd this guy come from?
The hobblers are here, now!
The hobblers. Can't just be a zombie.
Drive them back! We must hold the esplanade!
Hold the esplanade! See, one of those guys just got blown up by a mine.
Oh, shite! Here come more of them!
Here come more of them. Like if I wanna get sneaky, I can like try to lure him over this mine right here. Are you coming or what? No. Let's see if I can push him into the mine. Pushing him into the mine is proving to be difficult. This is Sparta. I'm not even gonna bother with my sword, I'm just gonna be a kickboxer. There we go. I pushed him into the mine. Why am I attacking that way? Wow. Okay. Uh-oh. He's got a bow! Ranged attack. Use the crossbow for range attacks. It can be used by pressing tab in the tactical menu or by using the shortcut that you have assigned to it. The crossbow has been assigned to 2 by default. Now, I can also parry arrows. Parry and counterattack. In the warrior combat style, which is what I'm in, a last second parry using space enables you to parry attacks and counterattacks instantly. So as long as they're shooting me from my forward, like, arc. See, if I'm facing this way, well, you know, I can actually parry these arrows. Then I can bust out the crossbow and just go to work. Yeah, I know. Uh-oh. Shit's getting real now. So I can press middle mouse button or R to lock on or unlock from an adversary. Your attacks in the camera will be directed toward them. Use mouse scroll wheel to switch from enemy to enemy. So like there I'm locked onto this guy. But I can scroll and lock on different. Those archers. Let's see, yeah, I can only block from the front. So if I've got enemies attacking me from more than one side. Kind of getting my ass kicked. Those fucking archers, though. Seriously, this is ridiculous. If I can just get rid of the archer, I'll be okay. Oh god. Alright, cool. Crossbow got it done. Alright, now I can just kind of run around these other guys. Oh god. Alright, cool. It's just down to you and me, shield guy. Oh god. It's fucking me up. Victory. And I managed to do it without using any healing potions. Which is what I was trying for. It would have been embarrassing if I died in like literally the first combat in the game.
Fall back! Everybody to the temple! No!
Oh shit, that is a big not good thing. Considering how much trouble those little skeletons were giving me, I don't think I'm prepared for that guy. If that dude wants the Esplanade, he can have the Esplanade. Oh shit. Ghosts just coming through walls and anything.
Oh crap. Now they can walk through walls.
Ghost's dead.
You go see how Buffalo is getting along with the scribes. He's meant to be guarding their invoking
Whoa.
chamber.
Where's your hand right now, sir?
Get out of here! And go find Peeler for me while you're gone.
Inappropriate.
I'll give you butt, Captain. Right. Are you coming or what?
Captain gives a fuck about some ghosts. Check the East Wing. So, let's see where we're at here. So, find Buffalo in front of the invoking chamber. Find Peeler. These are my side quests. My main quest is to check the East Wing. I learned about specters just now. Specters are capable of passing through walls and are often used by the Ice Lords, to harass their enemies within their fortresses. They use this ability to cover great distances very quickly in combat, placing themselves out of range or springing upon their enemy. They are particularly sensitive to fire. So, specters are no good. They're kind of some cheating ass bastards. Alright. I don't think there's anything new and interesting over here. There's a trap. A couple of traps. Our traps. Don't mind me. Y'all just keep fighting that specter. I got shit to do up this way. Alright, so I come up here. And here's Buffalo.
Is everything okay, Buffalo?
As long as I can hear them mumbling, everything is okay. One of those dead things managed to get as far as here, but I killed it before it could interrupt them.
That's good news. The captain's holding the front entry. Hawk's on the west wing. I got the east. Got any idea where Peeler is?
I think I saw him over on the east side. You should find him if you head over there.
Thanks. Hope he's still in one piece.
Poor Peeler.
And, you might want to check inside the invoking room. We just came across some specters. Those things can go straight through walls, and they might get in there without asking you first.
Is that so?
Yeah, specters going right through the walls would be a problem. Okay, so found Buffalo. That little side quest is done. So now, if I look at my map, see, I need to go down right here for the main thing, but over here is where Peeler is, brother in danger, so. Oh shit, one of our people's been slain. Slain. Really? Did you just jump down? Oh, I got my daggers out. It's on and cracking now, motherfucker. I'm going to be speccing this character and playing this very much as a rogue rather than a normal sword-wielding fighter. What they call it the ranger tree instead of rogue, they call it, but it's basically a rogue. The ranger combat style is more active than the warrior style. The attacks and parries are less powerful. You can now change styles using V. So like, see, now I have my daggers out, which gives me different moves, different animations, but if I want to switch back out to the sword, now I'm in warrior style like I was before. Now I'm in rogue style. Rogue can do this really cool. The ranger style, I can dodge, which you can't do in the other style. Oh, yeah, with the ranger combat style, use Q to jump backwards and dodge any attack. We really have some asshole with a bow back there? motherfucker. There we go. And see, now enemies are starting to actually drop stuff. See, I just got some bones off that one. And some raw metal. And some leather and heart dust. I can also stealth now, too. That's the other thing you can do in Ranger style. It's about to give me a tutorial about that. Those guys look scary. Being stealthy. Press X to activate stealth. Damage is considerably increased when you surprise your enemies. So now I'm in stealth mode. And I can creep up. And I can just go to work. Are you ever gonna attack me or what, yo? Come on. Fucking guys with their shields. Seriously. Oh yeah, leveled up. Okay, so first thing I can do is get one talent. First thing I'm taking is this one. Extra XP earned. It's good to get something like that in the beginning. It helps you level up faster. Then I also get 2 points. So right now I can put them into the warrior tree, which is all stuff that helps you when you're fighting with a sword in warrior stance, or the ranger. I'm planning to go all in on ranger stuff. So first thing I want is this. Faster movement in stealth mode. Because you noticed how slow stealth was? Now it won't be so slow. The other thing I want is enable sprinting in combat for ranger stance only. Which is awesome. So, God damn it, seriously, with the bow? So if I can run back over here, he like forgets about me, and now I can go into stealth. Look how much faster I am in stealth now. The other thing is I can do is I can actually sprint around in combat now. Yeah, motherfuckers. I'm too fast for you. Ow. Alright, cool. Yeah, have I found a couple bones yet? Yeah, I can upgrade my daggers with the other thing now. Pommels of Algandar. These pommels designed by the warriors of Algandar improve weapon balance. That's another. So now my daggers do a nice chunk of damage. Oh look, a trap.
Hey, Vulcan! I need some help here! There's too many of them, and I got this stupid scribe under my feet!
You, Scribe! Get back in the chamber with the others. Can't protect you from just wandering around.
Oh, hey, motherfucker. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Thanks. Without you, I'm pretty sure that jerk would have gotten me killed.
No shit. Next time be more careful, okay?
No shit.
I talked with the captain. He wants to see you.
Oh, shit.
You're lucky you're alive, Peeler. Where's my loot? Where's my loot? Here's some loot. Here's some loot. I think that's all the loot I'm getting. Alright. So the next one I want is Passionate, which is even more XP earned. I need to kill 60 enemies and it costs 3 points, so I'm actually going to save up for 2 levels to get that before I get anything else. More time to riposte, I like that. Move more quickly while parrying. So now while I'm blocking, look, I can move a lot faster around. And also when I do my little dodge thing at the last minute and get the automatic riposte, that is, I get more time to do it now. So these first few levels worth of upgrades are some really nice enhancements to like the whole playstyle, basically. Nice and stabby stabby. You know what? Nah. There's always one of these asshole archers hanging around somewhere. There's that riposte. There's the riposte again. It's a lot easier to pull off now. Ow. Come on. Yeah, riposte. There it is. Oh boy, what is this motherfucker? This guy... Wow. Wow. I'm not amused. Get riposted on. Boom. Oh god. No, not the Juggernaut. No. I like how, even if I'm fighting everything with my daggers, anytime a cutscene happens, this character whips out the sword and uses that. Alright, bones and tainted blood. Let's see, where else did I drop some loot? Is there any other loot? There's some. And another level up already. I'm still saving my feat point, but... good stuff here.
This position is lost. Retreat! Everyone fall back to the invoking room, and fast!
Fall back to the invoking room, eh? Alright, I can do that. Whoa, that's a lot of skeletons coming my way. So, all these side quests are done. Go to the red scribes in the invoking chamber. I learned about Spewer. That's what that big, like, corpulent creature was. Although there aren't so many of them among the Deadwalker troops, the Vomiters are extremely dangerous in hand-to-hand combat. Some of them, full of poison, explode when they die, so it is a good idea to take them out from a distance. Rumor has it that some of them, infused with magic by their masters, can cast spells. I don't like the sound of that. Get dunked on, skeletons. I'm too fast for you. Too fast. Way too fast. Oh shit. One of these guys. Doesn't see me. For some reason, these guys are really easy to riposte. Lots of loot on those guys, too. Oh no. Loot, loot, loot. There we go. Let's see what's going on down here. The captain's still fighting ghosts. shitload of ghosts. I don't get XP or loot for these though because I'm not killing them by myself. Alright, I think there's no point standing here fighting ghosts with them forever. That zombie. So this is where I'm supposed to go, into the invoking chamber. Here we go. Sure, everything will be fine in here. Temple on top of the world. Oh shit, this chamber's hella creepy. See, these red scribes are up to no good. Whatever they're doing, it's not good. This is not wholesome. Molaram, Sularam, Molaram, Zularam.
We almost have it. Well now, that must be the 5th time I heard him say that. This stupid ritual is taking too goddamn long.
Watch out!
Oh shit, here come the hobblers.
Buffalo's like, I got this. Oh, here I am on the scene.
You gonna be alright?
I'm fine. Worry about those dead walkers. Hey, are you hurt, Buffalo?
Archer, fucking archers. Always an archer up in here.
Got it, Sergeant. I'll keep the hobblers busy.
Hey, how you doing? I guess we won.
The catalyzer shouldn't do that.
Uh-oh. You never want to hear some dudes doing a ritual say, something's wrong, it shouldn't do that. It's never a good sign. Alright, so lots of crazy fire shit happening. Oh no! It's all going into my character. What's happening to us? A bunch of fire shit just went on us. That can't be good. Or can it? Oh, we got cool glowing eyes now. Never mind, everything's cool. I'm kind of feeling like we might be bound by flame now. Because it's the name of the game. Uh-oh. That thing is a problem. It's a cutscene. I've got my two-handed sword out again. No!
Stay away from my daughter.
Stay away from his daughter. We can't be bothered with her, apparently. Who's it after?
I shall not let thy weakness be our downfall.
Demon. I'm coughing up smoke. It's not good. Alright, I got this. I got this. I got glowing eyes. I look scary. Don't even trip. Oh, now my sword's on fire. What is up now? I feel like I'm a little more powerful all of a sudden. Yeah, she looks badass. Strange. A strange power has invaded you. You can now use the powers of the flame from the tactical menu. So I've got Orb of Fire and Burning Weapon. Well, Burning Weapon, eh? Oh god. Oh, am I getting shot with fucking arrows? Again with this shit? Recovering health. Yeah, I know. Oh god. Archers, these archers piss me off so much. Oh, does your foot hurt? Oh, ow, 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 ow. Trying to run around trying to avoid getting shot. Oh, whoa. It's not what I wanted to happen. This is an epic fight. Like an archer. Ow. I got mana potions, I get it. Yes! 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 I did it. One try. Oh yeah, I just killed a juggernaut. Burning? That's not good. Probably see your physician about that. So we totally just won. We're pretty awesome, and by we I mean me. I don't know what the fuck everyone else was doing while I was fighting that thing.
What just... How did I do that? Hey, Captain! I think it's time we talked about a promotion.
Right?
We don't have time for this, Vulcan. We need to move out before the rest of them get here.
The passes are probably crawling with them already.
There's a passage to the other side of the mountain. It will lead us to the swamp.
The swamp?
The swamp?
That sounds fun.
Doesn't.
Hey, did anybody see what I just did to that huge fucking monster? I mean, seriously, I fried that thing. I saved our asses and you're all just, hey, what's for lunch?
I said
right?
shut it, Vulcan.
Alright, I'll just shut it then. How about that? But I'll shut it while burning with fire. Saying. Oh god. Winter is coming. That thing looks unpleasant and weird. That's like some kind of boss or something. Maybe that's one of the Ice Lords. Ice Lords. Or maybe it's just a high up commander of the Deadwalkers. Deadwalkers! I don't know. We'll see. Didn't look too amused. I'm sad that I didn't get to loot like all those skeletons and loot the whatever other thing. Oh ho, what's all this? I'm in a realm of shadow.
Thou didst flee.
Thou?
What the...
Thou didst hold the power to face the necromancers, yet thou didst flee.
I had no choice.
No choice. Hast thou even thought of choosing? Thou art fled like a thief, and hast left me, a shadow of myself, trapped here in this dark prison.
Alright, slow your roll, King James.
I did not create this situation. I am not even sure I understand what has happened.
The hour for questions is past. Thou must act. It is I who will suffer for thy cowardice. I who will pay for thine fault. I who will face extinction. And if I must die, if the flame is extinguished, our world will die.
You're the one that chose to possess me.
I will not let the flame die. I am in a war against these necromancers, and at last, I have the power to fight them.
Yeah.
What dost thou hope to accomplish in this ridiculous human shell? As it is now, it is useless to us. The flame is not a toy for mewling infants. It exists to reign. Its power must not be stolen from thee. We must reconquer the world heart as swiftly as we may.
Hey,
What?
Vulcan, enough of your daydreaming. Move your ass, huh?
Buffalo?
So we were just chatting with our inner demon, quite literally. And it was using a lot of thou and thy for no good reason. Fucking demons.
Vulcan, you hear me? Pull your finger out.
Huh? Yeah, I hear you. My head feels like a bomb went off in it.
Well, shake it off. We're still not at the end of this stinking swamp, and I'm not gonna carry you all the way to the village.
By the way, how come Hawk isn't the one here with me? He's the lead scout. I always go with him.
Hawk is covering the back of the line, so this time, I'm the one who goes with you. you'll get over it.
Keeping watch on me, Sergeant?
Why do I get the feeling I'm under surveillance?
You think nobody noticed your little stunt at the temple? Damn right we're watching you. Now shut your trap and keep an eye on our perimeter, while I keep an eye on you.
And while the captain has a nice chat about me with the Red Scribes.
It'll be a lot easier to talk to those two-faced snakes without you hanging around. Don't worry about it. He'll tell you what you need to know. And if he doesn't tell you, then I will.
Thanks, Sarge.
Let's get moving before everybody catches up.
Right.
You lot are about as discreet as a herd of hunchbacks.
I didn't know that hunchbacks went in herds. Who's this jackass? I'm not a
I thought
fan
that
of
elves were
archers.
supposed to have superior eyesight. Do we look like stiffs to you, dickhead?
Called him dickhead.
Not yet.
Don't make me burn you. Sometimes I burn
But with
people.
an arrow sticking out of your throat, I'm certain that even a chatterbox like you could do a passable impression.
And you'd be the next one down.
Possibly. Perhaps I should aim for the largest target first.
Not if you want to keep both your balls.
What have we here? Buffalo in person. Well, that's a good sign.
I guess his reputation precedes
What's
him.
going on here? Who's the scrag with the pointy ears?
Thanks for noticing. I try to keep them sharp. I am called Relmar, and I gather the red-faced fat belly with the filthy beard is none other than the famous Elric, leader of the Freeborn Blades.
Elric.
They call me the captain.
Or the Freeborn Blades call you Captain Elric. I have no doubt that they do. As for me, I've never had much interest in titles or in military protocol. I judge people by their deeds.
I don't like this guy much. He seems kind of sassy and not in an appreciative way. He didn't get to be captain by accident.
His rank was granted in the field. You seem like you know enough about the Freeborn Blades to know what that means.
I have enough knowledge of your history to know that your leader has made a name for himself. So, yes, call him what you will. The fact that he is your captain concerns only you and those availing themselves of your services.
That's enough. We're not going to stand here bullshitting all night. Just what the fuck are you doing here, Relmar, you horse-tongued bastard?
Captain doesn't mince words.
Well, I began by searching for the Red Scribes.
Red Scribes.
Prince Arundel is wounded. We had to withdraw to Valvanor, where I learned that you were expected. I just wanted to make sure you found your way there.
This is not my first walk in the wilds, arsewipe.
Arsewipe.
As you can see, I'm on the right path, and we've nearly reached our destination.
Captain, those creatures I told you about this morning are gathering nearby. They're probably getting ready to attack us.
Ah, well, those are called chrysalids. They wait until they have gathered enough numbers, and then they overwhelm you. And it would seem your little group is attracting a whole swarm to the village.
Chrysalids,
We'll give them a welcome.
Actually, in spite of themselves, these creatures do an excellent job of keeping dead Walker scouts away without raising any suspicions. If we allow them to gather here and then massacre them, I fear we'll be moving their territory a bit too close to Valvanor, which will lead to our being discovered sooner or later. I suggest we send 1 or 2 men back. This will keep them separated and occupied, while the rest make it to the village. I'm ready to volunteer, if you fear I might try and slip away. I know the area well.
Sounds like a plan to me. Vulcan, you're on it.
Gotta work with this guy.
Go too.
Oh yeah, she can
The
come.
animals and plants in this swamp are extraordinary. And the venom of these chrysalids seems very interesting. I'd love to get a chance to observe them more closely.
Sybil, that is out of the question. Have you lost your mind? It's too dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I get to decide which one. No. Elf dude, kick rocks. Scholar girl, you're with me.
Come on, let her off the leash. It'll be good for her. I promise I'll bring her back in one piece.
Vulcan, rule number 2.
We'll see you at the village.
Sybil!
See you later.
Bye, everybody. I guess Sybil and I will just hang out here in the swamp. I've unlocked the Pyromancer skill tree. Go to the skills menu. Oh, I leveled up again. Nice. Okay, so this is a whole other tree of stuff. If you want to focus on magic instead of sword play and dagger play, you can put all your points into this and like really kick ass at magic spells of fire. But I'm not gonna do that. I have 3 points remaining. I can get passionate now. Plus 20% more XP earned. Boom. And I'm gonna keep putting points in ranger stuff. I think I'm gonna finish out my invisibility tree here. Cancel stealth penalty in light, and plus 100% discretion, which I think just means like your stealth sneakiness is doubled basically. I like being the sneaky person that sneaks up and stabs people daggers when they don't even know I'm there. Like, makes me happy. Alright, so no new gear. I've got 4 traps, 7 health potions, 7 crossbow bolts, a couple mana potions. Not the best assortment of things, but... Oh, we learned about juggernauts. Juggernauts are immense creatures of muscle and bone, animated by magic. The Ice Lords use them in raising sieges and destroying fortresses. Although they are slow, their slightest blow can shake walls. The glyphs that they wear attached to their lower limbs must be broken if they are to be defeated, and like any creature of the Deadwalkers, they're fairly sensitive to fire. Yeah, well, I just killed one. Oh, we learned about some new people here, too, such as Sybil. Sybil's a young scribe and Aeolus's daughter. She is full of insatiable curiosity and has no small amount of courage for a young woman, doubtless more at home in the library than the field. Though she is hardly a dreaded magician, she can use healing magic and some other spells skillfully and could well prove very useful in the battle. Well, I like her. She seems nice and cute, and she can heal. She's on the team. Aeolus is the master of the Red Scribes. He's a wise and learned man, at least on the surface. I don't trust him. It was on his orders that the scribes went to the mountain temple to perform a ritual that would put an end to the apparently infinite power of the Ice Lords. It was also he who hired the freeborn blades to protect them during this difficult operation. I mean, he's the one whose ritual was... It was his idea, and the ritual is the thing that got me possessed by a demon, so I don't know. Who's Laestus? He's Aeolus's lieutenant. He seems devoted to his master in order to the point of appearing rather dull. He is without a doubt a brilliant scholar with a tremendous well of knowledge, but he doesn't exactly seem like someone who leads and makes decisions. Hey Webfoo, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Sassy, kill him. I know, right? Stupid elf guy all lipping off to me. Ah, the cursing. You love this game. Yeah, this game seems to have plenty of profanity in the dialogue, which is nice. Oh, I see. These are people I met in the prologue. Now I'm actually on Chapter 1, Twists and Turns in Valvanor. I met the demon. It's a strange, doubtless unique creature that possessed the first body it could find during the ritual that brought it to the surface of Vertiel. Alas, that body was yours. Its intentions with you are not always very clear, yet it seems to be pursuing a specific objective, whatever the cost. Free the World Heart from the grips of the Ice Lords. And then Relmar is the sassy dude. Relmar is a cheeky elf, you don't say, but ready to sacrifice anything for his ideals. Unlike most of his people, he refused to obey his king's order to remain neutral and help the other nations in the war against the Ice Lords, in his own way. For many years, he attacked his own people's convoys in order to provide weapons and resources to those who... He attacked his own people? To those who fought, which made him a pariah and outlaw in his homeland. Nonetheless, he loves his people and is proud of them, even though he attacked them, and holds his childhood friend, Prince Arundel, in high... I don't trust this guy at all. He already crossed out his own people. Like, loyalty doesn't mean much to him, apparently. Or got some weird-ass... Okay, so I have on safari with Sybil. Show Sybil the local fauna. Yeah. I'll show Sybil whatever she wants to see. Here's a map of the area. So there's another area called Path of the Ruins. Valvanor, that's the town or whatever. Southern Delta, and here I am. There's the map. Level 5 already. Kicking ass. I'm an amateur ranger. Seems kind of just funny when you say it like... Wait, I have the spare daggers equipped? Are you telling me I haven't had these sweet daggers that I upgraded equipped this entire time? Is that what you're telling me, game? Because that would make me feel really stupid. If I haven't even had them equipped. Alright, well, now I do. And, there's Sybil. Sybil has joined the group. Alright, well, I'm gonna save right now. And that is gonna do it for this episode. So, we'll find out about Sybil and this swamp in the next one. Thanks for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Bound by Flame. I'll see you next time.